Omega level, omega level, omega
level.
Okay, I think that'd be fine.
All right, that's a good opening.
That was a shit opening.
All right.
Similar to that of Far From Home. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
It's too abrupt.
Yes.
It's way too abrupt. You're like...
Honestly, like, when we were watching it, I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that's how this started.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we're in the desert. Boom, you see Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and...
Rock monster. Or what looks like...
what looks like a rock monster.
What looks like Sandman.
Sandman? Oh, Sandman.
Yeah.
And then, boom, Mysterio. And then, nice little cutaway to... While it did lead to an awesome, funny little scene of a high school montage in memoriam, I was still insulted that they played something other than Spider-Man theme song or Marvel theme song over the credits, the opening credits of the Marvel comics. To me, that is disrespectful and does not appreciate their true fans.
I like when people take creative initiative with stuff like that.
Not the start.
It worked.
It didn't work.
It worked.
It didn't work. I knew it was coming the second time and still salty.
I mean, dude, this high school news show is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so they were able to do what they wanted.
Yeah, but my little brother's not my big brother.
He's just over there still just like...
he's like, shit. I mean, that kid gets it. Before we get too far ahead, we are going to be covering Martian Manhunter issue 5, Justice League Dark issue 5. It's been a while for that one.
Yes.
Actually, both, really. It's been a little while. A little bit longer for Justice League Dark.
Yeah, we're about to have issue 13 out. We're still on issue 5. We're getting there.
I mean, the Witching Hour, dude. I mean, we had to read 4 fucking separate comics just to kind of get it going.
Yeah, if they would have just kept it in Dark, we would have been on 8 or 9.
I was about to say 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know that we're going to be talking about Spider-Man's Far From Home. Spoilers coming. But your overall thoughts, man? You good? I mean, I enjoyed it.
Overall thoughts?
Yeah. I thought it was a hell of a movie.
I liked Homecoming better, but I've seen both of them twice now. But I don't know. This one just didn't feel as consistent, in my opinion, I guess.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I think I still probably have Homecoming as well. I need to see Homecoming one more time to get a little bit fresher. While I did really enjoy Far From Home, it was just certain aspects that were like, oh, man, I like the darkness of Homecoming. Like, it was a little darker. Keaton was much darker than Mysterio ever was, which is not a knock on Mysterio at all. Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, especially
he did
the bar
it way
scene.
better than I thought he would.
Yep.
Like, I'm not in love with the guy at all. Like, I've not seen all his movies. Like, Donnie Darko, like I used to.
You've seen Prisoners, right?
I have not seen.
That's
Prisoners.
when I loved him. That's when I fell in love with him. Man, damn. End of Watch, nothing like that.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh.
I mean, I think his best performance
Bubble Boy?
was. I mean, he really convinced me that he was a Persian prince once. I forgot he was Bubble Boy.
I'm gonna take a sip of water. I need a moment that he did not bring up that movie on this set. Okay.
I mean, dude, his Persian accent was just impeccable.
Woo! Okay. I think I gained my composure. All right, let's continue.
Actually, no, his best performance was in this interview where he's talking about making Spider-Man Far From Home while he's buying comics, which he just clearly didn't want to be there. That's my favorite thing about actors is like sometimes they just don't put forth the effort to act like they want to be in certain interviews, which I get.
Yeah.
Like marketing would just be a pain in the ass. Like I was already on set for like 3 to 4 months or longer, depending on whatever movie. Now I just gotta continue to fucking advertise it.
Far From Home shooting only took from July till October of 2018.
Really?
Yeah. That's crazy. They like knocked that movie out. And
It's
all
about-
the performances and all that stuff was awesome.
It's about knocking movies out. I think that was Saw 2. I think they filmed that in like a month.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And I was like, wow.
Okay. It's like, we got to hurry up, follow up such a great success.
Yeah, we got 5 more movies to go.
Yeah. Saw 1 being one of like the biggest twists in, movie. I don't care how you feel about the franchise. That movie was crazy.
Yeah, Saw 1's great.
That was unbelievable.
Let's just forget the rest.
Yes. Just Saw 3 had some brutal kills, but like
Saw
I said,
2
I don't
was
watch stuff for that.
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just
Utter
easily just
brutal.
became murder porn.
Yeah, and exactly that's why people like Hostel and shit like that. Like
fuck
I can't
Hostel.
like it starts up with fucked up shit. Like,
I
that's what-
legitimately thought I walked into the wrong movie for like 30 minutes when I was watching Hostel.
Mhm.
I was like, is our theater showing softcore porn now?
Is that what's that? Oh nope, there's blood and murder. Okay, yeah, I'm in the right movie.
Decapitation. All right, let's get the ball rolling.
Young Steven, murder.
Yeah, I was like probably 14 or 15 in that movie by myself. Mom was just like, yeah, I gave him permission. It's like,
Do you know what this movie is? But Jake Gyllenhaal did great, man. I don't think that for me, he wasn't just absolutely extraordinary while he nailed all of his mannerisms, the way that he approached things. You notice he didn't touch anybody? for majority of that movie?
I didn't.
Yeah, so that pays into, because if you're not familiar with Mysterio, he is a master illusionist, aka he's really good with tech and being able to make you see what he wants to see. And you didn't get the feel that Mysterio was a villain until probably about 40 minutes in, about an hour in, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, as comic book fans, we knew that Mysterio was a villain. I actually see people online being mad that people are spoiling that. Sorry, I mean, it's a character.
This comic's been around for like 50 to 60 years.
Yeah.
Get the hell over it.
I wouldn't try to spoil the movie, but I'm going to say stuff about a character I already know about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if they hit those beats. And for Mysterio, I think they nailed that one. Little disappointed. Big one here. Big spoiler. He's in one movie. He's going to be in one fucking movie. Mysterio's
yes, but his effects will be felt throughout the universe.
So Mysterio has these big plans, right? That he's going to be the hero that nobody wants, correct? Or
yes.
that everybody needs. That he's the beacon of.
Well,
he's the new light.
His and like 4 other people's plan.
Yeah, from like 25 people that he like became a real mean and real dictator.
Tony Stark created all these villains. He's the ultimate villain.
Straight up, he called this dude's life work barf.
It's like $611 million for some therapy.
But hear me out. He's going to stop all these things. Like, he's making it seem like he's this big threat, and like he's going to be the beacon of light, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does this dude do to real threats? He's like trying to clear out all these heroes
he has
to
a
make
lot
room
of
for him.
Drones.
That ain't gonna do shit to Thanos.
To
you know what I'm
fair,
saying? Like,
though,
something like
he
that.
gained control of Edith, so
That does help. Yeah, you do get. He basically was about to become Iron Man.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's the thing. But like his end game for me, that's just funny. It's like you're gonna take out Spider-Man and stuff like that, and like try to control the media
And Nick Fury.
and you're gonna have me believe that you're gonna go toe to toe with like a villain, like straight
Yeah.
up. Nah, no, you're gonna die.
I mean, he'd be able to like collaborate with them, I guess, but
Probably.
he'd have gotten bigger. But yeah, who knows how he actually would have contended with any actual real threats. Yeah.
Well, the true thing would have been him actually ultimately becoming the villain. Either way, even when he got what he
Yeah.
wanted, like the look when he started like running the scenarios with all the simulations and
I
stuff.
mean, you
like
saw
that.
how casual he was about like just killing people.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right, double the damage on this. We're like, all right, that's gonna cause a lot of casualties. It's like bigger casualties, like bigger statistics or whatever. It's like I'm gonna flourish in the media.
Yeah. And London's a big city. It'll survive.
He's like, it'll be destroyed as beautiful, yes, but give it a couple years, they'll repair themselves.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And nobody wants a bullet in their head.
Yeah, he quickly turned on all
Drones
his
right to the
teammates.
dome.
But yeah, so he basically created the tech that like creates these grand scale illusions, like creating like these elemental monsters, like monsters made out of fire, air, rock.
I was waiting for Aang to pop up, man.
Yeah, exactly. Or Captain Planet.
Where's
We're just missing Heart.
We're missing a little. Heart was the only thing missing, and that's why we didn't see Captain Planet. He's coming.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming.
But yeah, so he created all that. Someone else created the drones, so they combine all these drones with this illusion, like I guess little gyroscopes or something that create these images.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what all the other ones were. Oh, someone created the story for Mysterio, which is like some ridiculous, outlandish crap, which is exactly what these people eat up. He's like, I'm a man from another world. Yeah, he mentioned the multiverse. He got everyone's hopes up.
Yeah, and then,
this was Earth 616, and he's from like 833 or something.
And that's the thing too, that immediately, if you from the trailer, you knew that was a lie because MCU's world's not 616. That's the comic book.
That's still
yeah, exactly. So
universe,
even you already knew, like, well, some people already knew, like, oh wait, that's a lie. What does that mean? What does that?
I saw some.
Did they maybe mess it up? They were thinking that maybe Marvel put that in wrong. Like he's not supposed to say. Yeah, I mean, Marvel's had a couple of hiccups with the previous Spider-Man and Black Panther with their time little thing. Yeah.
I saw people like getting excited because they're like, "Oh, they confirmed the multiverse." I'm like, "That was confirmed like in Doctor Strange, and I think in Infinity War." What are you talking about?
Endgame mentioned it.
That was timelines.
Timelines, but
yeah, but like Doctor Strange says, like they draw their power from the multiverse. I think they borrow their power from other dimensions.
Where do you think Dormammu was? Like,
oh yeah, exactly.
You know
yeah.
I mean? Where did he fight Dormammu? Is that in our universe? No, it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff's already, but we haven't had
that's
concrete evidence. You know what I mean?
That's another universe, but that's not like multiple Earths.
Yeah,
I guess is what their thing was.
True, that's true, and that hasn't really been specified.
No.
Also, in this, had some big reveals of the Nick Fury
scene,
yeah, Nick Fury that we've been watching since Civil War, or not Civil War, Winter Soldier has not been Nick Fury, but in fact, Talos. who was featured as the Skrull from Captain Marvel.
But what the hell is Strange or Fury doing?
He's somewhere with the Skrull people. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. What's his big thing? Well, he got up and was like, back
so
to
technically,
work.
Nobody ever actually ghosted Nick Fury in this. He's been ghosting everybody.
Yeah, nobody's ghosted Nick Fury. He's been ghosting everybody else except Captain Marvel. Do not invoke her name.
But that, as soon as I said that, I was
awesome.
like, why not? Why? Like, she's the solution to fucking everything, is she not?
Because she's too busy. Dude, she has way too much on her plate, bro. Way too much.
Okay, but like, she's facing these crises like on various planets that probably happen. Like, oh, this planet's having a crisis. Okay, it's probably good for the next 20 years. Earth is getting fucked all the time,
year after year,
week after week.
Yeah, but they have their Avengers. You know what I mean? They do.
Yeah,
I mean,
they struggle, and cities get destroyed.
Yeah,
you have a
because,
person
like,
that can fly through like multiple spaceships without flinching. What the hell are these elementals going to do? She'll fly through each one, and is crisis averted.
Yeah, but they didn't know that. I mean, of course, Captain Marvel would have been able to been like, boom, boom. Wait, these are drones. Hold on, poof, Nova Blast.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's why she wasn't in this movie.
Let's get this teenager.
Okay. Dude, Peter Tingle, man.
That was another thing. Is like, yeah, that joke was funny, but like they
melted a little bit.
MCU, like, yeah, they repeat their jokes a lot throughout each movie. Like by the end of it, like, okay, just
but
new joke.
Some of them they hit, man.
Yes,
even
I know,
on the second
still,
term, it's like,
though.
oh, that's great. Like even like Happy bringing it up on the thing, and like he's just mortified. Like Peter's like, fuck, this is catching on. Like he didn't even tell him to stop. He was just like,
They brought back the teacher from the first one, the one that's talked about how those kids died on a field trip. He said, I couldn't go through that again. Not again. I forgot his name.
The actor's Martin Starr.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. I don't know the character's name.
He has a tragic story in this movie.
Man, fuck. And they it's like funny. It's like that's the messed up part. Like, oh my god.
They talk about how when everyone got snapped, they call it the blip. And it actually showed like a high school perspective. Like I guess they're in like a
they're at a what looks like to be a basketball game, and the marching band's there.
Yeah. And it shows like over half the crowd is, just turning to ash or whatever, and then
and all
like
the
5
band.
years later, everyone gets snapped back like in the middle of a game. Just all the band members just get like ran over by these basketball
players. That was a hell of a pick.
Stuff. Yeah.
That was a hell of a pick.
Yeah, they call it the blip, and yeah, everyone that got blipped did not age, but yeah, yet again, everyone on Earth is age 5 years. We talked about that joke earlier about how his little brother's no longer his little brother.
Yeah, why my little brother my big brother?
Yeah, this teacher after Peter's stupid plan to try and switch seats with his buddy on the plane so that way he can sit next to MJ.
Stupid plan. It's a sweet plan, dude.
It's a sweet plan, but he's overthinking the hell out of it.
It's Peter Parker. Of course he's overthinking the hell out of it.
His little dual socket or whatever so that way they can watch movies
Headphone
together.
jack.
But yeah, he gets seated with the teacher because he tells him he has a perfume allergy.
And of course, Martin Starr is not having it this field trip, dude. He's not losing enough.
He's like, I know how serious perfume allergies can be. All right, get up here. I can already basically feel the hives starting to react or whatever. But he's talking about, like, did I ever tell you about how my wife blipped out on me or blipped out on her marriage? Yeah, it turns out we had a funeral for everything. That was real. Death wasn't, though. Yeah, she went with her, I don't know. I'm going to say yoga instructor.
Yoga instructor, something like that.
I don't think it was actually a yoga instructor, but that's usually like what women...
yoga or tennis instructor, one of the two.
It's one of those. Regardless, she left him. Acted like she got dusted,
Dude,
but no.
And he's like, I got videos. Like,
perfect excuse to like leave your spouse.
Yeah, in a
You're
very
shitty
dark
person.
Yeah, in a very
If you
dark,
do
morbid
that.
way. That is, yes, you can do that.
I don't know. Wonder what she thought when everyone came back.
She's like, oh, I'm 5
No,
years
he'll
old.
never notice.
Yeah, he'll never notice. Well, he apparently found out. He noticed. MJ, I thought she did a great job. My first impression, I was still feeling a little remorse not remorse, but a little bit pulled back by the dark demeanor that they're presenting with this new
She's still
type
dark.
of MJ. She's still dark. Wasn't impressed with Homecoming. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. First impressions of this one, I still felt the same thing. But my second watch definitely made me appreciate what she was doing for this role. She's a very smart girl.
She appeared to be more vulnerable.
Did you feel so? I didn't think because
that's what Nick said, and I was like, as soon as he said, I was like, that's a good word because when she's talking to Peter, you can definitely see that, like, yeah, she's vulnerable, especially at the opera house when she's like, "I'll save you the seat beside me. No, if you want to sit by me."
Well, it's kind of like it's her finally like realizing, or maybe not just now, but like I like Peter and how to like. She hasn't been making it obvious.
She also said that she doesn't have good luck when it comes to getting close to people.
Mm-hmm. She's guarded.
Well, yeah, and it's because she tells the truth no matter what it does to people. Apparently,
it's been a few days. Mom and Dad, where have you been? What's going on with that?
I thought that was Flash's text. I didn't get to read it. It was too quick for me.
Oh, that could have been Flash. That'd make sense. That'd make way more sense.
Flash gets shit on this whole movie.
Man, Flash.
I mean,
he deserves it.
He's still an arrogant asshole.
Yeah, he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's faking all his live tweets. Like he's like, I'm here with my private driver Dimitri. It's not a private driver. I mean, it's not his.
Apparently, his family's loaded.
Yeah. After at the very end, they get off the plane. And he's like, mother not be able to make it. Oh, I see.
Well, it's also like, just shitting on Peter. Just like, this is a plane. It's like one of your buses, but it flies above the poor neighborhoods instead of driving through them.
Yeah, and I'm glad MJ called that bullshit. By the way, he's 16. He was in the blip. He's not 21.
I don't know her.
Can I just express how much I love Ned? He is, for me, Ned.
Oh, the man in the chair?
He's my favorite MCU man in the chair. Easily.
I didn't like him as much in this movie as I
think
did in
Shuri has
Homecoming.
the
That's
potential.
Also because of his little awkward relationship with
God, you didn't
Blondie.
like that? That was so funny.
It was funny, but it literally added nothing. Like, because by the end of it, they literally said, "Oh, it's just a summer fling." I was like, "Oh, so that has no lasting impact." It was just an excuse to make him not be the man in the chair for this movie because he's got other occupations.
Dude, I mean, exactly.
The one thing he contributed was calling Peter Parker Night Monkey when he was in his noir outfit.
Now one woman freaking out, Night Monkey!
That outfit looks sleek.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, he has 3 outfits this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the new repaired one, which he gets on Tony's plane, which somewhat, I guess, 3D printed.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's basically 3D printed.
Oh, it's straight, yeah. I mean, he has the obviously his original suit, Iron Man suit, the Iron Spider.
Oh, so 4.
And
3 or 4 outfits.
The illusion made him think that he was wearing his OG outfit.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that wasn't a new one.
No. Well,
but
there's no new outfit. The Iron Spider's not new.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen that.
Okay, so 4, maybe 5 outfits.
In total of this movie, which is awesome. I mean, hey.
Next one, we'll get Ghost Spider.
Wardrobe change on fleek. Oh, I said that. I said it. What's up? Omega Level Podcast use those words. What's good?
So yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I also love that first scene when you finally find out that he is a villain.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Peter
talking to him in like this nice little bar or I guess pub.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting his heart out, saying like Tony Stark left him Edith to find. Well, I guess this is when he finally comes to the conclusion. He's like, oh, maybe I'm not meant to be the successor to Stark. Maybe I'm meant to find the successor.
Mm-hmm.
His little note that he read is like, I leave whatever to you. So he made him like think that he was supposed to fill in these shoes. He's like, how can I possibly do that? But then Happy later on says, "It's like you're never going to."
Mm-hmm.
It's like you were never meant to.
Yeah, no one's supposed to fill Tony Stark's shoes. It's impossible.
But yeah, so he does.
You have to drink a lot, have good liver.
Peter Parker and Nick Fury not Nick Fury, Talos, I guess, have shit judgment of character because they both trusted Quentin.
Yeah, because he tries to pull a little line at the end. He's like, I had my reserves of him. Maria Hill's like, he had no reserves.
Yeah. I will say, though, Mysterio has some good acting because he kept like trying to turn the glasses away. He said, no,
Man.
it's meant for you, blah,
and
blah.
The person in the bar gave him the glasses. They could have just taken it right then. But you have to pass the control. They probably already knew that. He was familiar with Tony Stark's technology. Because she's like, oh, here. He's like, these are just on the ground? Like, really manipulated him really well. And that was awesome because he just stops. He's like, see? That wasn't that
hard. His transitions from, like, being Mysterio to just being Quentin were great, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That
Yeah,
bar
it's
scene,
just
the
like,
toast and
that little,
everything.
like, shrug.
Oh my God, dude. Mm-hmm. Really like Jakey G in this. I really wish we'd be able to see more.
Unfortunately, he did.
Yeah, they showed him dead. And of course,
by his own decision, though.
By his own decision.
Well, just because he was like, why aren't these drones firing? Well, you're kind of in the striking zone. He's like, fire all the drones.
Mm-hmm. He did get shot by his own thing because, of course, Spider-Man's Peter Tingle finally worked, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
They didn't show like any slow motion or anything for like how they have been doing for like any other time they show his spider sense. Any of the previous 6 Spider-Man movies? The 3 Tobey Maguire.
I refuse to watch
Spider-Man.
It's been a while since I've seen the Tobey Maguire ones. I refuse to watch that shit actor. But I feel like there was a slow-mo scene in that. Did they not?
In this one?
No. Oh, you're talking about they haven't used it since then?
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm saying in all the previous Spider-Man movies, maybe not all of them, but I think most of them, they show like, slow motion,
some
like
sort of
his
slow-mo,
reaction speed to everything.
Well, they still have the speed up moment.
Well, yeah, but they didn't do like the whole like
they just do it
zoom in
abruptly. I mean, him seeing the car would be the closest, the train when he's getting because they shows the turn like it always shows his reaction before it happens.
Yeah.
And it didn't really kick in until that scene.
Which is fair because he's just like, He's supposed to react to these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I don't think Spider-Man is fast enough to react to a bullet train.
He got it. His spider sense was enough
It fucked him up though.
Yeah, he got hurt, but I mean, he didn't take the true blunt force of it.
Even if he
would have been,
even if he did catch it, well, I mean, never mind. He's strong. That should have pulled his arm out of socket.
He stopped a train before.
I know, but I'm saying like catching it as it's going like that and just not slowing it down at all.
Yeah,
like if he just stuck to the side of it.
That's what he was hoping. That's
yeah.
I mean, he was cut up. He was fucked up.
Yeah.
Ended up in Netherlands.
Apparently, just full of the most wonderful and kind people.
Yeah.
Unless you watch Midsummer.
We're not talking about that, Steven, so back up, bro.
Wait, I think that's Switzerland. Sorry, never mind.
Wow, dude, he doesn't even know his geography. Geography much?
They're close.
Geography much, bro?
I want to tell you something that happens in that movie, but
Oh,
I
we
can't.
stop, dude. No, it's continuous Spideys. Spideys, dude. Aunt May was bae. Happy trying to hit on that. Peter does not like
keep
it.
making her wear loose clothes to make her like not that appealing as she was in the first movie, but
Yeah, they were doing them. It's like, man, too many people find her attractive.
I wonder why.
I mean, damn, I wish they took less clothes off Jakey G. He was looking good. Put those glasses on looking like Tony.
Oh, we saw that one
Looking
scene
like
with Tom
Tony.
Holland taking a shirt off in front of MJ.
That's true. That's true. Tom Holland's what, 22?
I don't know.
I think he's 22. He's around that.
He cut.
He could. He could.
Opposite of his man in the chair.
Hey, don't hate on Ned, dude. He's adorable.
Yeah, I
He's
mean, his
adorable.
girlfriend found him so, at least for the summer.
Mm-hmm. But most of the beats they hit pretty well. My biggest issue, I even said it to you in the movie, the worst part for me was their ability to immediately deduce, oh shit, it's an illusion. Oh shit, Mysterio's a lie.
I mean, I thought it was fairly obvious, though.
But how they said it, like it popped up and they immediately, oh shit, this was Mysterio's doing, because they didn't see anything. The first image they saw didn't show anything.
No, but even if they didn't say it right then, 2 seconds later, they would have been like, oh shit, well, Mysterio's hologram as well.
But see, for me, that didn't hit for me. I was like, oh
See,
my
I thought
God.
your major complaint was with that you said that MJ found out that he was Spider-Man.
No, that was expected.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't really hide it well.
No.
They've made enough comments, even in Homecoming, about how he doesn't really hide it well. I mean, he got caught by Aunt May at the end of the fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was a stupid decision of her. Like, she thought he forgot the outfit in his suitcase,
God.
and she just puts it right on top of the note that's like, hey, you thought you might have forgotten this.
I mean, you could think that maybe that kid's just socially awkward and has to wear that when he sleeps or something. I mean, I don't know. There are conditions
guess,
like this, man. There are people like
I
this.
know. But that was just a stupid choice on her part.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No, I didn't mind Mary Jane, or keep calling her Mary Jane. It's not Mary Jane. MJ, jeez. That she figured out, she's like, oh, 67% sure. Like, she wasn't even confident in her own thing. I didn't mind that she was like, oh, you're Spider-Man, because he makes it obvious.
Yeah.
I just was like, immediately, like, here's this, and he's like, oh, he's fake. Or, like, he questioned, he's like, that did look fake, and he immediately went to, I mean, I know it, he's like,
he is smart, though.
he is super intelligent, like, super level intelligence. Like, I get it. MJ is also very high in the class. I remember that being mentioned in Homecoming. She's very smart. It's still, that was just like, okay, let's move the story. They figured it out. Okay. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, come on. Fucking Homecomings was handled better when they figured out Vulture. He kind of revealed himself to her.
Yeah.
Like, they had that scene where he's going to see, like, that's her dad and stuff like that. It's MJ's dad. Like, oh, fuck.
What do you think about Brad? I think that was the character's name.
God, awful, dude.
He's a douchebag.
Hope he's the next villain.
Yeah, I was also like, he didn't serve much of a purpose in this either, besides to just be like somewhat of competition with Peter from MJ, but she wasn't even really interested in him.
And weirdly, first off, he didn't
He's
think that
also
was a
just an
bathroom.
asshole.
He was just following Peter. He did not think that was a bathroom. He was following Peter. He hates Peter for whatever reason, because he know Peter got that Mac Daddy, dude. He's out here. He doesn't even try because
he
just
straight
cool.
told him, he's like, I know you're after MJ too, and I'm going to show her.
I'm going to do whatever it takes. Like, oh yeah, like MJ's going to like that. The kind of person she is going to.
Yeah.
And you could tell, that's what I liked about this. This was a love triangle, if you will. She wasn't even interested at all. Like, nothing. Like, there was not a moment, even when they're watching movies, like, she still kind of, like, came off like she was like, nothing unless it's super dark or hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, Peter had his little high school moment where he comes off. He's like, you see him laughing and blah, blah, blah. Thought that was funny. But this was handled a little bit less cliche than that, because she was, like, totally against it.
Oh,
like,
totally cliche, because Peter tried to kill Brad, incidentally.
Yeah, and see, and that's my other issue with this, is that it had a couple scenes where it was kind of like just copy and paste of the Homecoming scene. That was the same exact thing as the activate kill mode.
Oh.
That's essentially the same thing, different scene, different
Yeah.
different scenario, same kind
Basically,
of result.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the activation of Edith, though.
Oh, yeah.
Especially I love what it stands for.
Oh, the acronym? That's great. That's so Tony. That is so Tony.
Tony made it apparently stand for Even Dead, I'm the Hero. It's so clever.
That's,
I thought that was very clever.
Yep.
But yeah, Peter actually tries to look at I forgot the character's name already. Brad's phone, so that way he can't text this picture because he took a picture of Peter with his pants off because this is when he's trying on the noir outfit.
Jake's just like, take off your clothes.
He said, "Hey man, if you want to hook up with some random European chick, that's fine, but just don't lie to MJ about it or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's gonna send that to him. And so he puts on the glasses, targets him. He's like, and Edith is like, "Is he a target?" He's like, yeah, he's a target." Immediately sends out a drone to try and like a drone strike on him, which Peter has to quickly dispatch without anybody on the bus noticing.
I like that hair. Had some
did
Buddy Holly hair
smoothly.
going on.
Yeah. I thought he actually looked kind of cool with the glasses on, but Jake Gilly's telling me he looks like an idiot.
So that means that he looks like an idiot. Jake Gilly knows. Dude, he looked straight up like Tony
Jake Gilly
Stark.
looked great with the glasses on.
Man, he looked like Robert Downey Jr. for a minute. Like the facial
like a slightly
shape.
younger one.
Yeah, he's white. I mean,
Yeah,
all the marks.
We did see young Robert Downey though.
Yeah.
In that one scene.
Mm-hmm. Barf scene?
With the barf scene, yeah. Not actual puking when he was trying out the hologram stuff. We actually see a very young
and he
Robert
mentions
Downey.
that he spends multi-million-dollar on a therapeutic thing.
Yeah.
Like just nonchalant, boom, and then I just like that it cuts back to Jake G. Barf. Like that's what that was the moment that the villain Mysterio was created.
Yep. Yeah.
And at that moment, you done fucked up.
I mean, Tony did find him because he noticed that he was unstable, which he seemed to be insulted by. But I mean, he was correct.
But what? Yeah, I was about to say an unstable person really can't take that kind of criticism.
Yeah. Yeah. His whole motivation for this is like nobody in the world will listen to him. Like you said, you can be the smartest man in the room and no one will care unless you have a cape or superpowers or some crazy-ass origin. So he creates all that so people will actually listen to him. Don't know what he was going to really do if he got, like, in the Avengers and everything, but...
Yeah, to be able to think that you're going to be able to do that consistently
and no one will be able to
around
catch
him.
You? Yeah.
Like, it's fine. You could probably pull one on the most gullible hero we have, Spider-Man. But that's not going to fly when you get around like Shuri and stuff. They're like, oh, this is primitive technology.
It's what, yeah, he also...
Black Panther does one EMP thing. It's fucking done. Boom, that's down.
Jake Gyllenhaal's man in the chair sucked.
Absolutely. He was like not even listening for some of the issues. Like he was running the scenario to make sure that the wind monster would be able to destroy certain things. And he wasn't even like, hey, you there? Yeah, okay, I just for a second forgot that we were doing this.
Well, also, like...
They're all pretty relaxed because they think they
when
won.
he merges into his little Mysterio outfit, which is a hologram, he's talking like, wait, what's with my arm? Why is it doing this? It's like, oh, one of the drones was... one of its little...
projectors fell off.
It's no big deal. No one will notice. He's like...
Are you fucking kidding me? Dude,
Like, you're leaving evidence. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, see, and they make sense of that, and I like that.
And he immediately, he's like, let me get all the feed. He's like, immediately just noticed that Peter Parker and MJ found it. He's like... Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, straight up. He's like, and when I kill Peter Parker, his blood is on your hands. That was a really good scene.
Yeah. He said, no one wants a bullet in the head.
And that's the moment that we realized, oh, Mysterio ain't no fuckroid.
Yeah. But immediately...
Did I say a word there?
Was that... I was going to let it slide.
No, I'm not letting it slide because I think I just tried two different things, man. I tried to call him a fuck boy. And then I don't even know what the other one was. Okay? But I'm sorry. We'll continue.
But yeah. That whole scene, he finds out that MJ and Parker found his little projector, so he immediately sets forth a very elaborate plan. He thinks that Fury summons him. Well, he did. But what he did was like he set up that entire environment as like a projector.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Peter Parker is finally meeting Talos and other girl, but he notices that
them.
like I know it's not them.
Yeah.
They're disguised as Nick Fury.
That other girl.
And
Maria Hill, bro.
Maria Hill, yeah, sorry.
Woo.
Sorry.
Don't you ever hate Kobe?
But yeah, his Peter Tingle works for a moment, and he actually notices that everything is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
He's never even, like... I mean, I guess he's seen, like, the hints of illusions, but I don't know how he detected that. Because, like, no threat was coming at him right at that moment. I guess
and at this moment, his Peter Tingle is kind of a little iffy.
Yeah, it's still broken, apparently, I guess. But they never really say how or why.
He probably heard one of the drones kind of bumping into something. That's not specified. That's not shown. You couldn't hear it. Because the theater we were in this time, you could hear every background noise. Like water running in the background. Did you notice that?
Yeah, these theaters...
Hey, this was better.
Both times I saw that, I need to start sitting in the middle of the theater because those speakers are way too loud this time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few times
the mall's theaters are way too... You got to... Yeah.
Well, yeah, when I was going to Midsummer, that movie is mostly quiet. I was actually hearing Aladdin in the theater next to me. I actually heard like half of a song.
Sick.
I was like, Jesus, man, this is
Is it
so
a whole new
distracting. I think it was that song. I couldn't really hear the lyrics too much, but I was like, Jesus, man,
Aladdin was
this
gangster.
is distracting as hell.
That's funny. I mean, it was still better than my first experience because Exit 20, for some reason, the screen we had a huge black mark on the screen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like in the corner?
No, like dead center.
Oh, wow.
Like it was darkened. Like it was
They
very
using film? Was this like a cigarette
very
burn?
obvious, dude, and it was sucked. And that's what another complaint I was gonna say was they decided it was only happened twice. Why did they decide to have a camera shot perfectly where the sun is?
I didn't notice. What are you talking about?
You didn't. It was like glaring. Like when they first showed Sandman, and the sun
Maybe they
was
were trying
like
to use
like
the Abrams style.
well, where you can't see his face, like because you want to like slack on special effects. That's fine, I guess.
Maybe that's what it
If
was.
that's what it was, but it happened twice. Mysterio was coming around with the water and still floated, and the sun was like bright in your eyes, which is funny because that's exactly where the black mark was. So anytime they did that for the first little bit, it wasn't too bad, but then they started putting all the actors and stuff in front of that spot, and I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks. Like it actually like darkened the faces, and it sucked. It was
I didn't notice that.
It wasn't in our theater. That was at mine. Yeah, no. Ours was good quality, video quality.
Oh, okay.
The projector didn't have
So
any
this is
issues.
just extra 20.
That was my first
Hey,
one.
step your shit up.
I was like, damn, dude. Like, can I have a good experience recently? Like, I like Exit 20 seats, and usually if the screen is fine,
What
it's
was
a
the
good.
other movie that you said? Oh, it was Shazam.
Shazam.
Where, like the last like 15 or so minutes is cut out.
A trash movie.
I need to watch that interview. Yeah, okay, so the director for Shazam apparently does like a little video essay on like the problems with his own movie.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah, I thought about sending it to you, but I wanted to like
Problem
I
with his
still
own
haven't
movie,
watched it.
Shazam.
Yes,
Everything.
he does a video.
He does. It's a 5-second thing. Except for Zachary Levi, everything, and then shuts off, and we're like, oh man, that's pretty fucking accurate. That's
Damn. We already discussed that in our own video.
Go check it out. It's a blast. And then you go check out our Captain Marvel video so you can get Steven. We need to get this hype level up, boy. All right, well.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, finally going back what we were talking about earlier, that cuts into finally the really good Mysterio illusions where he's just
really good.
breaking Spider-Man's mind in half.
Dude, talking that ish to him.
Yeah. So Nick Fury was actually there for a moment, but yeah, that was a great scene. Okay, so he's just putting Spider-Man through all these illusions, like puts him in a hallway, he's just breaking his mind, making him like question like if he's actually a hero or whatever.
Fighting a bunch of other Spider-Men.
Yeah, fighting a bunch of other Spider-Man. He's throwing punches at Mysterio. He's actually punching like cinder block columns or support beams or whatever. He's actually pulls out MJ. He's like, no, this isn't real. He's like, is it? He starts choking her, so he jumps after him, jumps out a window, but he just breaks his face on the floor.
Wake up.
So when he actually falls out of the building and hits a car, Jake Gyllenhaal's going up. He's gets shot by Nick Fury, and then he's asking him like, okay, we need to make sure that this is all secret or whatever. Who else did you tell? Tell me, who else did you tell? Who else did you tell? He's like, I told MJ, Ned, and maybe he told his girlfriend. I don't know. Turns out, obviously, that was another trick. He tells him that he was incredibly naive and stuff. Jake Gyllenhaal was
immediately
disguised as Nick Fury. I thought that was really cool.
Yep, I thought that was
also
nice.
pretty easy to see coming, but I mean, it was clever.
I'm not gonna lie. First time I was like, "Oh snap!" They got I thought it was gonna be a scene of like, "Oh, Mysterio has to run away," or for a second. I genuinely was like, "Okay, where's this going? Where's this going?" But then immediately it was like, "You're gullible. Like you're a smart kid, but you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like like you fell for it. Come on."
That's basically what he told him.
And of course, it's
and
some
then he
hard
gets
ass
hit by a
shit, and then he
train.
gets hit by that train.
He gets obliterated.
Yeah. But those illusion scenes, man, they did another one too, where finally the spider sense was at peak, so he couldn't really mess with them when they had that final battle one-on-one with the bridge. That was really cool. You can see Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio breaking down towards the end. He's not giving a fuck because like we said earlier, he called the drone strike regardless of his safety. Like, that's big stuff.
That's my one thing with this movie was like two problems.
Mm-hmm.
First one was like, yeah, okay, so all these illusions are drones. I get how they could have created like the windstorms because you see Spider-Man have like a really cool scene where he takes like a sign off the street and there's this one like stuck drone that's like putting out this like little air blast or whatever, concussive wave. He uses the sign to like absorb that, like, to launch himself up through the bridge, which I think is where he actually confronts Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes,
that was awesome. That was really cool. So yeah, we see concussive blast. I guess he has like hundreds of these drones to create these like intricate.
And there was still more on the satellite that they were coming down on. That whole thing wasn't even taken yet.
Yeah, exactly.
He could literally probably
so
have.
I could see how
they'd
have their blast on like minor like 5% or what the fuck ever. I don't know, and creating like these windstorms or whatever. But okay, so he's fighting like this fire monster. We also see them have flamethrowers, but they talk about how they need to keep it away from metal or else it will get bigger and stuff. But it backs up into this like this Ferris wheel or whatever, and it like actually starts melting the beams and like absorbing it or whatever.
Like, you got to think, what if the drones are actually turned around? It looks like he's falling backwards, but they're actually going.
I mean, we don't actually see them, but still though, like it also spews, I think, lava throughout the city. Like not crazy, but I still think it actually shoots out lava. I don't know. They are weaponized drones. I guess I shouldn't question it too much, but I just wish they would have shown, I guess, a little bit more about that. We also see them like create like I guess lightning blast. I think
I was about to say I can see where you come from for the lava because we had an answer for the water, we had an answer for the electricity, we had an answer for wind, but the lava one because we have fire. But how are they creating actual lava? I just think that was probably
also
still
it does
an illusion.
Seem like they were actually shooting out water everywhere too, so that was a little bit questionable. But I don't know. I guess
but
when
were
like,
they?
you see the giant monster like hitting through the river, I just assume that's a bunch of like the drones just flying through it, just.
And pushing through the water, using the concussive blast to push water forward.
But okay, so my only other problem is like when Peter Parker flies into the combination of elemental monster at the end, like the whole Avenger level threat that he's creating. He destroys the illusion, but then like you think that would be like, okay, Mysterio's revealed to be a fraud, it's fake. But he tries to bring back the projection, like he's actually gonna keep fooling these people.
Yeah, like what do you think? Like,
what are you accomplishing?
Yeah.
And we kind of already hit on that earlier. Like, even if this did succeed, what the fuck is his future plan? Like, how's he going to keep tricking people?
There's no way that people were like, no, that seemed real. That seemed real.
When an actual monster comes, he's like, oh, my blasts have no effect. And another monster comes, oh, my blasts have no effect when he's fighting with other superheroes. Like, okay, dude, you suck now. What happened?
Punch him, you can't punch him because he's not even there. Hopefully also, my bullets work.
Also, his little, like Hollywood sacrifice when they fight the first fire monster. When he's like, "It's too big. What are we gonna do?"
Dude, that was
like, I guess what I should have done to begin with. And he like takes all his power and like dives into it and destroys it. But he's not even burned at all.
He had
dust he had like some singes and ash.
It made it look like
smeared. But like,
dude, that cape.
They made it seem like it was a big effort for him, but he was like not even really tired or winded.
It's because it's not real.
His own acting was ass.
He's like, I did what I had to
also,
do.
I love that scene. It was like, I need all these things firing. Do you still need the cape? Yes, I'll still need the cape.
Might be shaking hands with the queen. That's Queen Liz. You got to be fresh. Yeah, he was freaking out on him and was like, I need the cape. Make sure that is right. That is the only thing that matters.
Also did love like when he hates his own suit. Like at least in the bar, he's like, someone take this ridiculous outfit off of me.
This stupid costume.
I will say, like, I do love the fact that we're getting better about having these dumbass helmets that some of these comic heroes have in these movies. Like Black Manta. It's a dumb helmet. I fucking love it with all my heart, though, and it looked great in the movie. Sorry about that, folks.
You should still be able to see us pretty well. But we had some lighting issues. Change it up for a little bit. We started a little bit later today. So
yeah. But his fishbowl looked actually pretty cool. Any other things that you need to hit on?
Yeah, his whole outfit looked awesome. Overall, loved it. I mean, I had a blast. Definitely will probably watch it or want to say buy it. But with Disney Plus coming out, it's going to have every Disney movie ever. So, like...
Oh. Well, I don't think we talked about the first after credits scene. His identity got thrown on blast.
Yeah, Mysterio was able to spin it in a way that makes him look like he was the martyr. Like, he died for a noble cause.
Yeah.
Like, and then Peter is the man that fucking killed everybody because they had a little sound bit when he finally shuts Edith off, he says, execute them all, meaning the drones. That's the reality of it. But it makes it seem like he's trying to fucking kill all those people, and that was smart. I was like, that his death actually was able to make a better case than what he was trying to do anyways. For me, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but shame on everybody that made me think that this after credit scene was going to be a much bigger deal.
How is that not?
I thought
How is that minor? People know who the fuck Peter Parker is, dog.
But I mean, like he doesn't do a good job at keeping his identity.
No, but that's still not
anyway.
something that happens. Like,
But
the world does not know about Peter Parker, dude.
Dude, everyone knew.
What's gonna happen to Aunt May, dude? What's gonna happen to Aunt May?
Everybody knew about Iron Man's identity, and no one gave a shit.
Yeah, but he's not Tony fucking Stark. Okay,
He's got the Scarlet Spider. He's got the Iron Spider. He's basically Tony Stark.
He might as well just move into Stark Towers now. I mean,
exactly.
shit. What's the point?
I don't think literally any other Avenger has a secret identity.
Captain America. No, they fucking know Chris Evans. Yeah,
like,
they
everybody
not Chris
knows
Evans.
Steve Rogers.
They know Steve Rogers.
That's Museum.
Shit, you're right. No one really has a. Well, they don't know T'Challa's Black Panther. He's
Yeah,
not.
they do.
No, they don't.
I'm pretty sure they do.
They don't know he's a super. No, he's never popped out the suit. Yeah,
Okay, one. You have one.
that's a big one though. That's a king of a country. Because they don't even know about his. Well, they did actually reveal themselves, so we'd have to see in BP2 what happens with that. Because he's never come out and was like, I'm Black Panther, but at the same time, when you see Wakanda, you're gonna be like, you guys were hidden for how long?
Yeah.
This type of place, the most advanced place in the entire world. What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for BP2. Hope it's big. Hope they go real hard.
Also, just loved his face. I mean, even though he has a mask on, he's like, when his identity's revealed, he's like, oh
yes,
God,
dude, he did. Yeah, that was a Deadpool
full
moment, man. That's Deadpool moment.
He went full. He went full Home Alone.
Yeah, straight up. Macaulay Culkin up in here.
You could basically see his mouth open even through the mask. He's oh no.
Yeah, you felt it. You knew. Like you done fucked up, Ron. You done fucked up.
But yeah, who's gonna be the villain for the next one?
Dude, I don't know. I mean,
Brad or Flash?
Potentially, our third Spider-Man could be a Sinister Six. I mean, that'd
be awesome.
I mean, dude, Vulture. They hinted at Scorpion.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The smart thing to do for that, so we have like a sort of a Civil War team up Spider-Man movie. I think that would be the best thing. Is we need to sprinkle in a little more of the Sinister Six. I think Spider-Man 3 needs to maybe have the culmination of the other ones. We got Killer Croc and stuff like that, or not Killer Croc, but they bring in Lizard Man, and all these other little sinister ones. You know, we can actually have a true Shocker. Probably won't give a Shocker, but give me an Electro. We don't got an Electro.
We had like
right?
a hint at Shocker for like
Rhino.
The first movie.
We don't got a Rhino or anything.
Shocker was kind of in the first movie.
Yeah, but then he was killed and replaced the next time, so it's not even like a
I
good
know, I
Shocker.
know.
Like I don't care about Shocker. Give me a good Electro. Give me a decent Rhino.
Also, yeah, what the fuck is with that? Why do you have two Spider-Man villains that are exactly the damn same?
Electro's better. Shocker
Is
Shocker
he?
fucking yeah. Electro actually can fucking like fly and do
yeah, I was
cool
gonna
shit.
say.
Shocker sucks. Like he's a fucking C-list hero, dude.
I mean,
Or
I
villain.
guess that's why he's in the Sinister Six. Is they have to have like one of those low tier shit.
We still need a Green Goblin and stuff like that. There's still so many different pieces, and I actually kind of hope Vulture's the ringleader, not Goblin. But we'll see how that
Oh,
goes.
you mean Octavius?
Yes, I would, or maybe even have Doc Ock. That would be cool for me as well. I would like that. That's what I want the next Spider-Man stuff to be. I don't want the big Sinister yet. I want that to be. I want that to be like a Civil War where we have multiple big. Like it's a Avengers 2.5. You know what I mean? Give us another little team up. I would like that for a Spider-Man movie.
That'd be fine.
It'd be like a Spider-Man Civil War, but called something else, like Spider-Man, the Sinister Six. I mean, and then that could still be a big team up, bring in Falcons and stuff like that. And like, I think that could be cool. Scarlet Witch gets some love and bring her from her TV show wherever she's progressed by then. I don't know if that's something that Marvel's even considering.
Yeah, I don't know. She's too broken.
Yeah, I was about to say they just gotta we gotta fucking do something with her.
But yeah, overall, another good Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
I still think overall, though, like out of all the Spider-Man movies, still slightly underneath Spider-Man 3. No, sorry. This is probably second or third best Spider-Man movie. I still think overall, though, Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie ever.
Why, you still think Into the Spider-Verse? That's your favorite?
Yeah.
It's a quality film. That is a quality Spider-Man film. It's hard to say. That Homecoming and this are top three. I have to watch.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to watch
100%.
the other two again to really solidify that.
The other two. You don't even count the Tobey Maguire ones.
Oh, they don't exist, dude. Dude can't act to save his life. I had somebody on this film club that I'm in point out a couple movies. Well, I haven't seen that Cider one, but I've seen Pleasantville and oh shit, I don't even remember what the other one that he fucking named. But both, he's just insufferable. I don't even know.
Insufferable?
Yes, dude. He really is. He makes the same face. He doesn't even have the ability to convey true emotion. That's what I said too. He literally, like, even when he's angry, you're still like, well, you're kind of just still Tobey Maguire. Like, I don't see what he doesn't do anything. Doesn't bring anything. Even in the movie, I told him not to name brothers because that's actually the only movie he's been nominated for, and it was a Golden Globe. Jake Gyllenhaal and Natalie Portman. You ever seen it? 2009. He wasn't good. I mean, it was still Tobey Maguire dealing with it. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. He's not a good actor. I've seen enough of his film.
Can I
to
get
be
a
like,
gif of his crying face from whichever Spider-Man movie that's from?
Yeah, and then give me a picture of Tom Holland's cry face, and people are like, "Don't compare them," but sorry, one looks better than the other one, and that's just how it is. Okay.
And let me get just Garfield for the sake of it.
Bug it. Mondays, right?
Not that Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Andrew Garfield. Shit, I want both. I want Garfield's face on Andrew Garfield.
No,
we're going in.
I did the same thing recently. There was a Jeopardy question.
Mm-hmm.
There was most blatant fucking advertising question I've ever seen. I don't watch much Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But there's a trailer for this movie, and it showed the question was like starring this actor, and first person buzzes in is like Tobey Maguire. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you were lost in time.
Lost in time.
That was goddamn like 2005, if not earlier, I think.
Spider-Man. It's 2004 because in 2003 he did his attempt to be a jockey, which he was jock shit.
Well,
in
the other
Seabiscuit.
person buzzed in. They said Garfield. I was like, this motherfucker thinks an orange cat is Tom. I was like, oh wait, no, Andrew Garfield. I'm stupid.
So we had a similar situation, but the opposite.
Blowing the hell away. I was like, this motherfucker just said Garfield is an actor, like in live action. I was like, oh god.
You mean Bill Murray in the movie? Is it Bill Murray?
I was like, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb.
That's funny. You know what's not dumb though? Ink or Die Studios.
Good one.
Omega Level is proudly sponsored by Ink or Die Studios, a unique combination of a tattoo parlor and hair salon. Located at 270 North Dakota Street by Flanagan's, Ink or Die Studios employs the best artists and stylists around. Boasting a friendly atmosphere, helpful, talented, and incredibly creative staff, Ink or Die Studios is the only tattoo shop and hair salon you'll ever need. Stop in, call, or contact them through their social media accounts today to set up an appointment.
Thank you, Ink or Die, for that.
Wow, dude, don't start it right there. I burped.
I know, but well, that's a good cutback.
That's on the no, it's a bit. All right, we're keeping it in.
Thank
God,
you, Nick.
I'm a pig, and it smells like and tastes like popcorn. Okay, got real descriptive on that one. So, Martian Manhunter 5, dude.
That's the one you want to talk about first.
Let's go ahead and talk about it.
All right, issue 6.
Issue 6. So, Chorn,
Karen.
So, picking back up off where we left off, John was following up on a lead to go see if Diane's perp, go talk to his perp and figure out what's going on with everything that's on Earth, the space. He knows he's not the only Martian. That was from the last one. And, well, come to find out, that was actually a thought put into his head by Charn.
Karen.
Stop saying Karen, dude. It's Charn, dude. It's Charn. We're going with Charn. God.
I mean, Martian Manhunter is actually called John Jones. I assume this character's called Karen. It's spelled weird, but it's Karen.
Okay,
it's like
whatever.
His wife
Karen.
and kids are
Karen.
Maria or Mariah and Kim. I don't know how to pronounce his wife. I think it's Maria.
Maria.
And Kim.
Okay, fine. Karen
there we go.
Is able to manipulate John Jones, dude. His telepathy is stronger than that of the Martian Manhunter. And from the jump, I thought it was cool. You have a council meeting. Mm-hmm. That's all you see. You have this council meeting happening, and you don't know what's going on, but they're sentencing somebody, a traitor, to, I guess, what did they call it? What's the term they used? Because either way, you're
like prison flesh or whatever.
Yeah, you're stripped emotionally. You're emotionless, and you're stuck with that one look for eternity, apparently.
Yeah. They mark you red, so that way everyone knows your crimes.
So everyone knows your crimes.
You're no longer able to express yourself or do anything with through your flesh.
That's why in the last issue when we saw he's all messed up and the face is elongated, it's real crazy in issue 4.
I don't know if it's uncomfortable for him or not.
Well, he said he turned his prison into his paradise. So
yeah, exactly. I assume it's uncomfortable for them to an extent, just because they're just so used to just
being
changing
free.
their skin
and
and expressing themselves or whatever. But yeah, so I assume like since it's like turned basically, I guess stone or rigged. Yeah, I assume that would suck.
And he said the other people went mad. They went crazy, but he honed his skills.
Yes.
He turned his prison into a paradise. So and he says centuries he was trapped in here. So he has had at least 100 years.
Which I don't see how.
Because he had to have been like, unless he was around.
Well, this is still during the time of Hieronymus' curse.
I know. So Martian Manhunter was around, and they don't make a mark about him being around centuries.
Exactly.
But that could have been. But that also could be attributed. I haven't read issue 6, and I know we're going to find out why John Jones left Shut up, you stupid poo-poo mouth.
I'm sorry.
He's a poo-poo mouth, okay? And I said it here. This is verbatim poo-poo mouth. But for issue 6, we know at the very end of issue 5 where they say why I left Mars. Like, that's the next issue.
Well, that's because, you
like
see
the reason what he did to his people or what happened.
To take effect and stuff at the end of this.
And then, of course, John Jones is trying to tell him, like, control your thought. Stick with mine. Be with me. Everything will be okay. I'll be able to stop it.
Because apparently Hieronymus' curse, as we've discussed before, is a thought virus. Because they keep saying, like, how everyone's connected to the thought stream. Yeah, so I guess if you think about the curse too much or if you actually, like, are afraid of it, that's when it takes hold of you.
And that's what makes me think that
it's
the
bonkers,
curse,
in my opinion.
And
I don't really get it.
I don't think it's an actual curse. What if it's actually like a person that's able to manipulate
it's a curse.
Because the dialogue that was written for Karen when he was talking to him said that something about the curse. He just says the name.
Yeah.
He said, "Me and this are going to take you over." That could have just been like, "Oh, the curse is going to get you," but I think there's something more because the next few panels I have John Jones' bubble skin looking absolutely disgusting, but it's all in his head.
Because
that's how strong it is. Shut up, shut your fucking face, you little fucking. Ooh,
just read it after this. It's really good.
I will. I mean, we'll be talking about it the next week. So,
I'm just gonna say we've said it in the previous 4 videos. I'm gonna say it for the next 7 because I think we still got 7 more to go. Art's beautiful.
Beautiful.
There's not really much I could say. Like, just the exaggerated features and the coloring. The coloring is really unique.
It's vibrant, but also kind of...
I want to say it's almost watercolory, but I don't think it is. It's definitely not Microsoft Paint.
Like, it's weird. I would hope not. But that's, speaking of its art, the colors pop, but at the same time, they feel dull, which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
They're not overly bright.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're like, very detailed. Like, I want to say, like, I guess you can almost see, like, being filled in, but, like, I don't know with what. Definitely not, like, colored pencil. Obviously, no one's going to fucking do that. I assume most of it's digital.
But still, man, just to have the reveal of him being that much stronger than John Jones, dude. Stronger than Martian fucking Manhunter.
Well, telepathically.
That's his biggest fucking thing.
Well, yeah, and his Superman level strength.
Yeah, I mean, being able to phase into someone and
ripping
out their heart.
And
I'm sorry, but his telepathy. I'm sorry, his telepathy. That's what he could literally melt a mind. Come on, bro. I mean, come on. Bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. bro.
But he does it. How often does he do that?
No, because he's a good person. Shut the fuck up, Steven.
He was until this series came out.
Oh my gosh, dude.
He's a dirty, dirty piggy. Worse than a dirty pig, he's a fucking dirty Martian Manhunter. I assume that makes you a shitty person because you were connected to every motherfucking person, apparently.
Oh my god, dude. I'll find out in the next issue, but in this one...
Yes, you will.
In this one, we still have an idea that he did dirty things because that was mentioned in like issues 2 and 3. Where he kind of did some back dealings with certain people to make sure that his family was safe.
Beats the fucking hell out of some of these
criminals. That's the question, though. See, that's the thing. That's when morality gets brought into it. Would you steal a piece of bread to save your family? It's wrong to steal.
Do I love my family?
Would you steal a piece of bread to save Marion if she was starving?
Do I love her?
Yes. Oh, it's on here. It's on here. Oh, we got you, bitch. Shut up.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I get it, but still,
so
though,
like he mentions, "I love my family."
Just wait till the next issue.
I know.
I can't say.
I know. I know. It's popping at the seams for him.
I'm just gonna whisper it.
No.
Sorry, Nick.
Sorry. Yeah. Spoilers. But seeing that happen, and then it's like, boom, he comes out and he's just drenched in sweat. Cop's like, "Whoa, what's going on, dude?" And during this too, Diane tried to call him, but he didn't answer.
Fuck her.
She left a voice message. And, of course, was like, hey, I don't feel comfortable about this, but, Where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? And we got a little backstory on Diane. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we found that she has someone that she cares about besides the original John Jones because she's still pissed off about this.
Yeah, I mean,
understandable though. I mean, everybody freaked the hell out too. If like someone I was best friends with, or at least like partners with, is revealed to be
like that dude died a while ago. It's me. I'm a Martian.
Yeah,
I'm something that you've never seen
terrifying,
ever.
Which is why she straight up shot him several issues ago.
Thank goodness John Jones can take a bullet.
Yeah, even though those bullets seem to take a way bigger toll on him than I would have ever suspected before.
Well, he was also manipulated by fire, so I'm assuming that lowers his weakness. He wasn't
get the hell over it, man.
It's just
you have a worse weakness than Superman. No, that's not true.
I was about to say, I mean,
fire's at least natural. Kryptonite's way too goddamn specific, and way too many people get their hands on it.
Way too many people get their hands on it. Like, you can't tell me that they
just
found
Also, Superman is like, how fast, and he's best friends with the Flash, and they can't find all the pieces of kryptonite and just destroy that shit?
Right? Like, hey, man, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Like, what? Get out of here, dude.
I know, right?
Because Batman
wouldn't lazy.
Batman wouldn't allow it, dude.
I mean, yeah, he'll always have his little rock.
That dude's probably manufacturing his own type of kryptonite. Come on.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Would not be surprised. It's going to be revealed.
I don't know how he can.
Coming up in Batman issue number... No, I'm just kidding. But we get a little bit more on Diane, and we find out that she has a love, and her love is a woman. So
it's also like a corner, I think.
You bigot pieces of shit once you find yourself out here.
We should have seen it coming with her Johnny Bravo haircut.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just also her her character just seemed like I wasn't surprised.
But see, she wasn't. It didn't seem. She wasn't as brooding then. So something happened to her lover because that was the past. That was before. Remember. So something happened to her clearly that turned her into the person she is. Kind of cynic. She's a little cynical. You know what I mean?
Well, back then she was making. Probably when she found out her partner was not actually her partner.
I mean, and probably the loss of a loved one. We just have to assume that her loved one died. Because she's not around now. We haven't seen her. She's by herself. She's single. This is before. That was a before shot, dude. Yeah.
Oh.
In the second panel. I know. They should have done it in the first one. They did it in the second one. Where she's driving in the car. Yeah. It's before. So that's a past scene.
I read this a month ago. I just did a quick refresher.
Yeah. That was a past scene.
Okay.
So clearly something happened to her, and that's fine. What killed me, though, is I get it, but I don't get it. John Jones tried to call her back and then didn't answer it.
I know. That's why I was just like, wow, why the fuck would you do that? It's only like possibly the most important man in your world right now.
Yeah, like that is the most important person in your world right now. Like, how are you going to... Like, you tried to call him, so probably took a lot for her to do that.
You're not going to talk to an alien.
Yeah. Like, clearly you guys have your resentment towards him given that he replaced your partner.
Oh, sorry.
But he died regardless. It wasn't John Jones' fault.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Going back a little bit, I liked when Karen, I call him Karen.
We're going with Karen, dude.
Was shit-talking Manhunter in the hallway. He's like, oh, spoken words already. I thought you were stronger than that. I don't know. I thought that was a really good line. I was like, nice.
Dude, he made Martian Manhunter look like a punk.
He looked really fucked up. I love that. Like, I think it was a splash page where he was like, you just see his body just having boils, and I think he looked like he was on fire. I think it was right before he snapped back to reality when someone's like, hey, you okay? He's like, whoa.
And he's sweating buckets.
Yeah, I mean, you can't
I'm glad he
him.
still could like hold his normal form in front of people though.
Yeah.
Like that takes
I'm surprised an alien has to sweat.
Yeah. And he's over here like, God, he wasn't even near me. Because he's what was that line? He's like, you're always this. You won't even catch me, and I'm in your face.
Yeah.
Man, dude, Karen is no joke. Karen is no joke. Karen is no joke.
What was his actual name? They said it during the trial. It was Karen something.
Dude, they're Martian writing, dude. I'm not gonna try to memorize that. We're gonna look it up.
Especially like whatever cities and stuff. I'm like, what?
Mars. It might not even be his home planet at this point.
If you could put it up here, Nick, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt.
You can keep talking. This is awkward.
I like being awkward. You know, we gotta have some downtime. Emotionally invested.
Karen Awesome.
Awesome.
Or Olsum. It's like O''ZZM.
Okay.
And wherever they were at was Malika Andra. Malika Andra?
Malekith.
Zoom in.
Oh my God. But dude, he's a beast, straight up beast, and we still don't have any idea where he actually is, except for in the last issue, where he's clearly in some sort of laboratory. I'm assuming that's his physical form.
Wherever
but
he's
I don't
keeping
know.
this girl at.
I don't know if that's
the girl
his
that they've
physical
been
form.
looking for since issue 1. He's probably being turned into a monster.
What if his thought stream is so strong that he has the ability to just like manifest down there? He's not actually still left this prison. Like, how would he get out?
Oh, that'd be
What if
crazy.
that's
But I
it?
mean, we've
He's
seen
that
him
strong.
in front of that girl though. But well, I mean, then again,
But
it's
what
like
if he
weak
made
mind.
it? Yeah, I was about to say, what
We'll
if he
see.
made it?
We've
so-
got 6 more issues from me, 7 for the podcast.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna cover issue 6 real quick.
No, but
Let me know what you think about.
I was
what
gonna say we've hit all
think.
the story elements of this. Awesome art. Obviously, the reveal. The last 2 pages are his family getting infected by the curse, and it's real sad because he doesn't seem to be affected. He wasn't infected in that whole scene. He was the only 3. Shut up, Steven. God. Okay, clearly he's infected. Issue 6, y'all. Pew pew pew.
I know more than you.
Oh my God! All right, we're gonna end Martian Manhunter. Fantastic series. We're gonna pick up next issue next time. Justice League Dark 5. Steven, your thoughts?
I'm on issue 11, so
This is gonna be
let me
fun
just-
too. So the Night Master comes back from the dead, shoots 2 people. Pew pew. Got some blade. Blue Devil has superpowers. End of series. God, fuck you, Steven. Fuck you in your fucking face.
Now, what I'm really excited for with Justice League Dark is that by
Don't
the
say
end
anything.
by the end of this month, the annual is going to come out, and that's going to deal almost entirely with Swamp Thing.
That's what's up. So
Yes.
we'll finally be able to add a new Swamp Thing to this, and that's going to be much needed. And Nick and I will be the ones covering that, just so y'all know. And then we're going to throw in an episode of Swamp Thing, the show, as well, to complement the episode. So it's literally all
That's
Swamp
okay.
Thing.
I mean, we only got fucking 10 episodes to talk about anyway, so fuck
Actually,
you.
I just randomly
Fuck you,
said
North
that.
Carolina.
That'd actually be a good thing to do.
Fuck you, DC streaming service. Fuck you, DC, for never giving Swamp Thing enough fucking chances. Fuck whoever else fucked over this show.
I can't say anything.
Why does it always gotta be my favorite characters and things that get fucking prematurely ended? This is bullshit.
Well, at least you don't have a shitty Martian Manhunter and a Supergirl show, so there's that.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen it.
No, they don't do them right. Anyways, Justice League Dark 5, man, picking up after the Witching Hour.
You're talking about Martian Manhunter being like unfairly represented in the Supergirl show, like almost. Okay, granted, I've not seen the entirety of Justice League and Justice League Animated, but they shit on him all the motherfucking time in that show. Like at the beginning, any fight, he gets hit by a fireball just so that way they don't have to write him because he's too overpowered.
Dude, he has some gangster shit in Justice League Unlimited.
Now, you've seen more of it than I
Yeah,
have.
I've seen it all. It's
But I'm just
gangster,
saying,
dude.
for most of the scraps that aren't like,
Mhm.
oh, his battle, this is his moment to shine, like they just quickly decommission him because if he didn't, there's no threat.
dude, he's a beast. He deserves some sort of
They made
representation.
it like I don't know. How's he not better than Superman? He has like 10 more powers than
because
Superman.
he's green and his alter ego is black. That's exactly why I said it, dude. That's why, dude. White America won't allow it. That's fucked up. That is exactly why. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Don't know.
That's
It's because he wasn't the first DC superhero. I assume that's why.
because he's not that little white boy Superman.
He's not a Boy Scout.
White boy Superman.
All right.
Not
Well,
my
let's
Superman.
Talk about the Justice
But he
League
is my
series
Witcher.
that doesn't have Superman.
Justice League Dork. Picking up after the Witching Hour, we find Bobo.
A monkey walking into a bar, which sounds like the beginning of a joke, but it's actually something far more depressing and sad, apparently.
God, so much depressing. It shows us the past. It shows us
Jim Rook.
how he gets the Night Master's sword. Well, he's at a funeral of the former Night Master.
Jim Rook, whose outfit looks stupid.
God, he looks so dumb, but he's powerful. He's cool.
I assume
whatever.
like Bobo, I think, is an old ass character,
Mhm.
and I assume Jim Rook, or the Night Master, is probably another old ass character
Mhm.
who's probably just been long forgotten in DC Comics. So they just use him as an excuse for this.
Mhm.
I don't know. His outfit looked dumb as shit. That's all I really have to say because I don't know anything
Sword's
else about
dope.
this character.
Sword's dope. That
Yeah.
realm seems cool.
Mira or
Mira.
Myra?
Yeah.
Mira?
Mira or Myra. I mean, Myrra.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like a very weird world.
Well, before Bobo, whatever he did fucked it up.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know, I mean, it used to be something. But we're at a funeral, and we have all these different superheroes coming in to pay their respects, and everyone, like a few of them, keeps trying to walk up to Bobo as he drinks, and it just keeps saying the chimpanzee drinks. Everyone says something, he never says anything. The chimpanzee drinks.
But we understand why he needs a drink.
Absolutely, dude, because they say that he's like he doesn't have what I forgot the first part, but he's obviously to dull his mind. when you have nobody else to bounce your ideas off of, you start to go to dark places. So he drinks to dull his mind, and everyone keeps trying to do this, keeps talking to him, and even as the proceeding is happening, he's not even paying attention. He's sitting at the bar drinking.
Yeah.
He didn't even listen to the eulogy. He didn't listen to anything else happening. They give us a couple pans of different
and this
heroes.
is for a man that like he really looked up to. And, like the one of the few
It was his
people-
best friend.
And like yes, because Jim Rook was like possibly the only person that actually believed and liked Bobo because he's kind of a dick.
He's a dick and he's a talking monkey.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Look how everybody treated Caesar, dude. If they weren't ready for my boy Caesar. But sorry, I got off topic. But they gave us a little bit of shots of different heroes, too. I thought that was cool. Blue Devil. We saw him a little bit in Shitty Heroes in Crisis. Just one panel. But still, you know, it's like, oh, hey, I recognize you. I just saw you recently. Something that we've read. A couple other people. And
It's because like
Phantom
that was just filled
Stranger.
with D-list characters.
Yep, and Phantom Stranger. I'm not too familiar with him, but he seems like he's, I guess, kind of gangster.
I don't know enough about the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I usually think like when I see him, I always think, oh, Spectre. Oh no, never mind, it's not Spectre.
Nope. But Phantom Stranger was like, hey, I know you probably didn't pay attention to the will or anything, but the Nightmaster gave you his sword. And it says he didn't say anything, Bobo, but his hand trembled. He was like, oh shit, Nightmaster sword. This is too much responsibility. He's like, I know you don't want it, but he entrusted you for a reason. And then cut back to present day, and then you have Wonder
still
Woman.
drinking at a
yeah,
bar.
still drinking at a bar, but he's a little, you know, he's light.
His Oblivion bar though.
It's his bar. Yeah, exactly. It's his bar now, and it's Tracy doing all the fucking work. Wonder Woman's there. Zatanna's there, and was Man-Bat. Man-Bat was there.
Man-Bat.
And they're all figuring out what the fuck. We need to go fucking do something. They
Swamp
had a couple
Thing
other
and
references too.
Constantine are doing far more dope things.
Oh, so much fun. Futile, but yes.
Yeah, clearly.
yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck they were
keep
thinking.
I know, especially after Constantine, the Witching Hour, lost his demon's blood. So he's straight
he
up
says that too.
He's just straight dying from cancer. Like there's
that's
nothing
why
that's,
he doesn't care.
I
That's
know.
why he's just like I'm gonna give it my all.
He's gonna give it his all. So him and Swamp Thing are fighting Fate still.
Well, they confront him.
They
don't
confront
necessarily go there
because
for
it doesn't
a
seem
fight.
like Fate's like I'm trying to destroy the world. He just wanted to help that one moment. So I don't know. He's probably gonna still fucking be evil. Who knows? Steven does because he's 7 issues past me.
I told you this before. Though.
I
I was
know.
like, hey, did you guys know that Fate's the villain during Justice League Dark? We need to read this shit.
Yeah, whatever, dude. We hate you. Okay, collectively. But we have John Constantine and Swamp Thing and at the Tree of Wonder. Dope. Awesome. Parliament trees.
Which is
they're
at the
gone.
foot of the Fate of Tower or Tower of Fate.
Yeah.
Reverse that.
Reverse that. Reverse. We hitting Cha-Cha Slide?
No.
No?
Jesus.
Okay. But we have that dope moment where Constantine's talking that ish and is like, I've been holding back on all my like godly powers, all my really powerful that takes a toll, but at this point, like you said, doesn't care. So he's like, Swamp Thing, do that thing we're working on.
Which was just like, what were you thinking, man?
What was it? Just get big and squish Fate? You thought
I
that was
know,
gonna
it's like-
because you're imbued with a little bit more magic. That's what it is. He used the power from the Tree of Wonder to imbue Swamp Thing to make him more powerful. So that's pretty
And
awesome.
They should have still known it would
That
be
is Dr.
jack fucking shit.
Yeah, that they're fighting
Okay,
Fate.
you're imbuing yourself with a little bit of magic. This is Fate. He is like the god of magic.
Yeah.
Not like the god of magic, but like one of them.
He's been
He's the
around since
god
the
of
dawn
order.
of time.
Yes. Yes.
He even says in here, he's like, I have been around when the universe was torn apart atom by
Reduced
atom.
the molecules.
Reduced the molecules.
Pieced them back together.
And I pieced
I'd
them
walk
back
the
together.
fuck away.
Immediately.
I'd walk the fuck away.
Even Fate was like, this is really what you're doing?
This
For real?
is absolutely fucking adorable.
Straight up.
I love Swamp Thing. No disrespect. He's one of my favorite DC characters.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say the fucking like he's not a candle to like Dr. Fate's flame.
Absolutely not.
He's a wild.
Absolutely not.
So okay, so Dr. Fate's like his power is basically like he could set the world on fire. Swamp Thing's not gonna do shit. He is the world.
Yeah, and it breaks my heart too because no matter what, Swamp Thing, he's worried that even if he were to die, he doesn't think that the Green would actually be able to bring him back.
Which is what we're gonna be seeing in Justice League Dark Annual.
Nice. They're
Yes,
gonna
that's
they're
what
gonna
that
actually
is
jump
all
into
about,
that.
yes.
Damn. So there's a big gap in Justice League Dark that doesn't.
Well, it's probably just annuals are usually their own thing. They still somehow like tie in, but like they're basically like a standalone comic.
Well, they mentioned this too. How at 3 days before this issue, apparently, Water Earth, they were all turned into fish people. I didn't read that issue. Did you not catch that in the Oblivion bar?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Water Woman and them. They're like, I know 3 days ago everyone was a fish person, but we need to do something. They said bottom panel Water Earth. I was like,
You keep talking. I need to look this up.
Yeah, no, go check it out.
What?
Yeah, it was like in the third or fourth
I
panel.
usually always see those.
Yeah, I probably have the name wrong, but it said something Earth, and I'm pretty positive it said Water Earth. But apparently they were fish people 3 days ago. So not only did they go through the witching hour and Cersei get the powers that she got, they also got turned into fish people. So there's that. And when we have Swamp Thing, like you said, it's so funny having. It was a cool panel because I've always liked the design of Swamp Thing, and I really like how he looks in this, and especially when he gets bigger.
Yeah.
Like all the vines and stuff like that going through his hair. It just looks like he's wearing dreadlocks, and it just looks so awesome. Well, Naboo ain't fucking with these boys, dude. He's not fucking with them.
Wow, I must have just skipped that
Yeah,
one bubble.
Does it say Water Earth?
So there's like 5 apocalypses going on each week. Everyone was a fish person 3 days ago. Go read Drowned Earth.
Drowned Earth. Yeah, so I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Clearly, it's not terribly important, but it's still a little arc that we did miss. And it's not like the Witching Hour where it's like we would have been 100% confused trying to read this series.
Yeah.
Like you need 100% need to read the Witching Hour. Drowned Earth doesn't seem as important right now.
No, but it sounds very interesting.
But while Fate is playing with his play toys, we have them at the Oblivion Bar saying, "Bubbo, we need you to go use the sword and go into Mirror. We need to figure out what's going on." He's like,
just lets him borrow it at first.
And Bobo was like, we don't need to go back there, and he does not telling him. He keeps not
He
telling
lets him go.
Yeah, well, he lets him go because the Zatanna borrowed. He's like, I've been able to.
He's like, it's tied to me. She's like, I've known how to break shit like that.
I don't need any backwards words. I've been able to do that since I was 7 years old. It's like, oh my God, I'm just going to borrow it. That's it. You just say you're borrowing it, you can go. But of course, they go. So that's Zatanna, Wonder Woman, and Man-Bat go into the other thing. So Tracy, of course, is the bartender and the person that does everything for Bubbo because Bubbo's a lazy piece of poop. Was like, you're not going to tell him, are you? And he's like, well, they're going to find out sooner or later going into that world. Well, we finally get a glimpse of Mirror, the dimension, the dark dimension. I don't know what they actually... They had another term. I don't think it was called the dark dimension. But
It's
they can
like
open a rift.
land
They can
of
go...
like magic.
Mm-hmm. That was supposed to be looked after by Bobo. Apparently, Bobo done fucked up in that world, and I'm assuming when we find out in the next issue, or like issue 7 or so.
It's the next one.
It is issue 6? Okay.
I think.
Well, we see this, and it seems like there's a giant dragon coming their way, and they're like, okay, well, this is a little abnormal. Something feels off here. Zatanna's...
Something's off.
Yeah, I mean, they have to have that. Zatanna's like, okay, this doesn't feel right. Well, of course, Bobo and Tracy are... I don't even think Tracy came to. Is it just Bobo?
No, it's just Bobo.
Okay, Bobo came through and was like, well...
Someone's got to look after the bar.
Somebody's got to look after the bar, and that's Tracy. Bobo comes in here, and as they have a little back and forth, and Wonder Woman with a dope-ass shot of fighting that dragon. When she was riding its head, like slamming it down to the ground, I was like, dude, this is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. But what was real weird is that these undead... creatures, like the undead, started coming out of the ground. That's not something that happens in this planet, apparently. Like, that's in this dimension. It's not something that happens. And, of course, Man-Bat being the scientist, he's like, how does their skeleton with no muscles and no skin be able to hold the armor?
Is it the land of ideas?
Is that what they said?
I don't know, because Man-Bat's looking and it's like, Zatanna's like, it's a tree, Kirk. He's like, no, it isn't, Zatanna. It isn't a tree at all. It's the idea of a tree. It's cellular or structural, if you can even call it that. It's fantastic. It might even be conscious. So Mira is a very strange place. I'm trying to look up like what they actually call it. Excuse me, folks.
No, it's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
not a DC expert.
I mean, let's be for real. Who's out here just spouting stuff about Mira right now? I would love to see
I
that.
assume there's probably people that know.
Oh, there
damn
are.
near every
100%.
aspect, yeah.
100%. No doubt.
If you're a Blue Devil fan, all 3 of you probably know about this.
Yeah, because it seems like while we have this whole fight happening...
I mean, I'm sorry, man, but who the hell can be a fan of Blue Devil?
I don't know. He was an actor at a set that actually came face-to-face with a devil that cursed him to have that skin. So now he's forced to just be blue and have horns. I don't know his extent of powers. I don't think at that moment he has any powers, unless that imbued him with powers of a devil. That I'm not sure. But I feel like in issue 6 we will find out more about Blue Devil simply because... Who comes riding in? Somebody comes riding in on this fucking other dragon, right? Was it another dragon?
I don't think so, no.
But came in riding on something. and had a nice little back and forth, like, oh, Bobo, blah, 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 nice to see you. I thought we told you to never come back here again. What happened to our deal? Bobo's like, well, it's nice to see you too. And
it's just a horse.
It's just a horse?
Oh, it looks like kind of like a unicorn, I guess.
Okay, sort of like a Pegasus?
Yeah,
okay.
Except all black.
Okay. So we have him drop down, give that little back and forth, tell Bobo he's not supposed to be there. So clearly by this point we know Bobo, he whatever he fucking
He said he broke Mira.
He broke Mira.
it.
Yeah. Whatever he did, I don't know.
Find out, I think, in the next issue, if not issue 6 or 7. One of these issues coming up is just Man-Bat telling stories.
That's issue 6 because I started issue 6 and it seems like he's the one talking about it.
Yes,
I thought it was Blue Devil, but I don't know. I haven't read all of issue 6 yet. But we have the reveal, boom, Blue Devil. So I'm like, okay, wow. I don't read anything with Blue Devil in it. You know what I mean? That's actually prominent. So this is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I don't think it's gonna be in it for too long.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But solid storytelling. You know, obviously it's a little bit of a downer following the witching hour. You know, it's a little bit definitely slow, low key. Other than Constantine Swamp Thing Fate fight, that was kind of cool. One woman riding a fucking dragon.
Yes.
That was awesome. It always is. Wonder Woman's a beast. Love her. I like seeing the vulnerable side of Bobo. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Bobo anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I like that. I like this. You know?
I'm just struggling not to say what happens in the next issue.
Well, let's wrap this up. Any little pieces you want to say? Because we're hitting the marks. I think we did everything. Covered pretty swell.
I would have liked to have talked about Hereditary. Everyone's probably just like, what?
It's unnerving.
Steven's movie recommendation of the week. Watch Hereditary.
Oh, nice. I like that. We're going to do that. Movie suggestion of the week, Hereditary. Check it out on Steven. If you hate it,
check it out on Steven.
Here's his cell phone number.
If you have Amazon
here's his email.
Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it. It's not on Netflix or Hulu. Trust me, I tried.
It is on Amazon Video.
I don't have Prime, so figure out how I'll watch that.
Wow, dude. Prime Day's coming up, and they're shitty deals.
That's why I didn't.
You can get something that you never thought you wanted, nor did you need.
I assume it's great if you own a business. He's like, oh, cool, I can get
half off batteries.
Yes, half off batteries and half off like shit tons of like unnecessary amounts of trash bags and stuff.
Woo!
That's what I said. If you're a business, you'll probably love it. But yeah, everyone else is like, there's still bad deals because
there's like one. There's one Toshiba TV that's really nice, but it's not in 4K. So who's buying new TVs after 4K? Exactly. There's no point now. We're getting to that point where it's like
there's almost not even a point. Buying
but it's $179. It's a 42-inch Toshiba. Those are usually good quality. 1080p LED. It seemed good. Also, does that say if this is not me promoting them? By the way, I don't know if that sounds like it's a fucking ad. It's not. All right, boom. I don't own anything Toshiba. Fuck them.
Coca-Cola.
And we're demonetized. Hey! I mean, you got to actually have views to be monetized. But, you know, we out here, though. We love everybody, man. We talk about you, Alpine Frost. We talking about you. And I think there's only one way to properly end this podcast, correct? And that's that hashtag, correct? That's that hashtag fuck Jeff. Am I right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Bring back hashtag fuck Jeff.
Get it trending. Get it going.
And,
check out all our other social media stuff. I'm trying to tweet more, but it's really intimidating. I'll retweet you, though. Tag me.
Or
tag us
media.
Here at Omega Level Podcast. We love you. We hate Nick. Fuck Jeff. What up, Alpine?
I would be on Snapchat or Instagram more, but my life's just not interesting.
He has a point.
And that's just being honest.
He has a point. Now may the path be with you, young one.
Bye.
Bye.